The only time when I was a kid we ever had to put bug spray on was when we were about to do something fun, like camping, playing outside, something. So today, every day, put on bug spray. It's like, we go play.
What do we get to do now?
What do we get to do now?
Oh, that's fit in with today's video.
Kind of like the cocoa butter smell of sunblock.
You've seen that we finally got our concrete pad poured, and now it's time to put up the shed. We're so excited. Now that doesn't seem very exciting, but we had one of these, a small one, on our carport back in Oregon, and it was very sturdy, very handy. It lasted, it never leaked, it never twisted or buckled or gave in. Of course, it was our first choice for getting up a quick storage shed here on the property. Now that's a knife. There are 1, 2, 3, but that's okay. Box 3 needs to go on the bottom. So we're opening box 3 first because we want it to be on the bottom when we stack all the pieces on the trailer. So this is one of the roof pieces. It's really, I know it's just plastic and it seems like, I don't know, like plastic shed, but it's really nice. It's very sturdy. And it's going to go together really quick, which is what we need. Okay, here's some of the side panel. It's going to look so great. So this is the flooring, and it looks like wood, even though it's plastic, yes, but on the underside, this is the part that goes to the concrete. So it's nice and firm, but it's actually kind of almost cushiony, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really easy to stand on and work on.
Keeps your stuff off the ground in case there's a little water got in.
I'll bring this over here.
Number 1 done. These are going to the burn pile.
Oh, yeah. I love that every piece is like easy to handle. That this is not something you have to have a huge crew to come do. Anybody can put this up by themselves. If you're just one person, just a small, little, tiny, petite girl like myself, you can still do this. You know, you just have to take your time, one step at a time. But every piece is totally manageable. Manage it.
As you're digging through this stuff, because it's sat here so long, make sure you keep an eye out for hidden bugs and stuff.
I don't think they got inside. So, if you leave your box open or sitting out, be careful. Box number 3. Spiders. Ew. Woo, spidery.
A lot of spiders.
A lot of spiders. Flooring. That's a good sign.
Means we're getting to the bottom of things. That is part of a roof. Roof.
I will say there is some organization to this. I mean, everything's packed flat and beautiful, but there's a lot of mixed messaging here. We got siding in one box and floor and roof and siding in another box. It would be really handy if they had a way to pack this so that all of the flooring in the first steps were in the first box and so on, and you ended with the roof in the last box. But they got to make it fit in the smallest containers possible for shipping. And so far, it's pretty good. Okay, we've got everything loaded in the trailer. We're gonna drag it down to where we're building the shed and start following the instructions step by step.
All right, let's go inside. Take a little break.
Look over the instructions.
Look over the instructions, see what all implements of destruction I have to accumulate.
Well, Mark was too excited and he opened up the box and took everything out already. So he's got everything from the accessory box and the parts, we call it the puzzle pieces, laid out right here, and he's going through the checklist. There's a lot of stuff here.
A lot of pieces and parts. And everything's labeled. So you just got to make sure you don't pull stuff out of the bag before you know where it goes. Like I don't know where that goes, so we'll just throw it away.
All right, but the instructions tell you everything, and
Yep.
we're just gonna go step by step.
Yep. Step by step. One step at a time.
What step are you on?
Number 1. Actually, in the instructions, it's number 2, because their first instructions is tell you how to build a pad. Well, we already did that, so we don't need that.
And it's so beautiful! And so, we're on step number 2.
Number 2.
This week, we learned not all projects here at the homestead are exciting, nail-biting adventures. Sometimes you have to do the boring bits to get to the fun part. But even the most tedious jobs, like unboxing a plastic shed in a million pieces, can be fun when you take your time, enjoy the journey, and do it together. Because as long as we have each other, everything else will fall into place.